Plan to knock rabies out in Thailand with an army of 8,600 livestock volunteers across the kingdom. Deadly disease reared up in 2018 due to a shortage of vaccines from 2016 and an explosion of the disease among the country's population of wild dogs. The latest plan focuses on the vaccination of animals reaching into every locality of the kingdom with the help of sub-district volunteers. Thailand is setting out a short 3-year program to eliminate rabies through the appointment of up to 8,600 livestock volunteers across each of the kingdom's sub-districts to ensure that all dogs and cats, whether in the streets or owned as pets, are fully vaccinated against rabies, which killed 5 people in 2021 and nearly 4 times that figure in 2018. Minister of Agriculture Chalam Chaisriyan, whose ministry, on Monday, unveiled a 3-year plan to wipe out rabies in Thailand through an ongoing vaccination program at the sub-district level aimed at dogs and cats, with 8,600 livestock volunteers to be appointed. Thailand's Minister of Agriculture has launched a new initiative to eliminate rabies in the kingdom by 2025. The new plan is based on reaching into local areas with a new army of livestock volunteers to vaccinate dogs and cats nationally, while also creating more awareness of rabies, from which there is a vaccine available to all people in Thailand. 7% of the threat from rabies in Thailand comes from bats, with dogs now accounting for 92% and cats 1%. Rabies is a deadly zoonotic disease which can only be spread by a bite from an animal, in most cases from infected dogs. Worldwide, up to 99% of cases are spread by rabid dogs, but in Thailand, in recent years, the figures are 92% from dogs, 7% from bats and 1% from cats. The disease, if not treated swiftly and properly, is fatal in most cases, with figures in 2018 showing that a human being dies on the planet from the disease every 10 minutes. The risk of rabies in Thailand has steadily receded over the past few decades, with constant government action including the removal of wild dogs from urban areas and the vaccination of both animals and humans. Deaths from rabies are down by over 90%. 3 decades ago, up to 100 people died from the disease per annum, a figure which has been reduced by over 90%, with 0 deaths in 2019 and 2020 and 5 deaths only in 2021. However, repeated goals and targets set to eradicate the disease have so far not been achieved, while Thailand has dropped to being a country where the threat from the disease is seen as moderate rather than high. Nevertheless, visitors to Thailand are urged to seek a vaccine against the disease and other medical threats such as malaria before traveling, as a matter of caution, particularly to more remote parts of Thailand, although the main threat from the disease is among stray dog gangs in suburban areas on the outskirts of population centers. 2018 flare-up caused by vaccine procurement issue and out-of-control SWA dog population in key centers. Thailand experienced an outbreak of rabies in 2018 when up to 20 people died in the kingdom following a procurement problem in 2016 which saw a shortage of vaccines available to be administered. The plan outlined on Monday by the Ministry of Agriculture in Thailand, led by Agriculture Minister Chalam Chaisriyan, has set a target to vaccinate 80% of all dogs and cats in the country on an annual basis. This includes stray dogs or SWA dogs as well as pets held by residents. Pet owners will be made more aware of the disease and will be reminded of their responsibility to control the movement and behavior of their animals in public places. Central part of the plan will be the appointment of 8,600 livestock inspectors across sub-districts. However, the central part of the plan will involve the appointment of up to 8,600 livestock volunteers across the kingdom, with 2 to 3 people serving within each sub-district being responsible for the implementation of this plan. Each volunteer will receive training and be awarded a training certificate. They will also receive an official identification card and a letter of assignment from a practicing veterinarian in accordance with the Rabies Act of 1992. The government has published the initiative and given contact details where volunteers for the new program can register, such as by telephone at 00662653-4444. Currently, it is a legal requirement for all pet owners to have their cats and dogs vaccinated against rabies, with a fine of 200 for failing to do so. More radical plans, outlined over the last 6 years, including using microchips on all dogs and animals, have been proposed, but these were overruled by the Prime Minister's office on the basis that the costs involved would be prohibitive to most ordinary Thai people. Stray dogs will remain the key threat, with an ongoing campaign to vaccinate them for rabies the answer. The prevalence of rabies in Thailand is linked to the country's large population of stray dogs in Bangkok and surrounding provinces, as well as northeastern provinces, the far north and the deep south. In 2018, following a significant outbreak of rabies nationwide, then Governor of Bangkok, Aswin Kwan Mong, launched an intensive program to track down and remove large numbers of stray dogs from the capital and move them to a facility in Uttara Thani province where they could be vaccinated and neutered. Thailand this year is battling another deadly threat, rabies. For now it is under control, but it requires action. In all, 8,000 animals were removed from the city's population of 100,000. Figures have shown that between 5% and 10% of SWA dogs or stray dogs in Thailand may be carrying rabies, although the problem has eased off with more vaccines for both animals and the human population now being made available.